Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Hazard12 and today I've got a really exciting custom tactics video to share with you guys. I used it for the last 10 games of Weekend League or so, and also for about 15-20 games in Division Rivals, and I am yet to lose whilst using it. So hopefully if anyone uses it, anyone watches this video and gives it a go, I hope that you guys have a similar kind of success that I did. It is really OP, it is really sweaty. I will pre-warn you, it is 5 at the back. I know it's August, but it does play more like a 3 at the back, and I will prove it now. So yeah, enough of me waffling on. We're going to jump straight into the tactic. Just dead quickly, I am doing a FIFA 22 giveaway on the channel, so make sure you subscribe and stick around for that. More details will come out soon. But yeah, going on into it then, like I said, it's going to be a 5 at the back, defensive style balance, so you could pick and choose when you want to press and also when you want to sit off a little bit. I've spoke before about that, and I find it to be the most effective way of defending, in my opinion. I think that some of the other options, you can also leave you out of position sometimes. So balance, you're in control. Width, I just leave that on standard 5. In depth, I push that really high, up to 9. We're at the stage of FIFA now where everyone's got really fast centre backs, or everyone plays full backs at centre back. So even if anyone gets in behind, it shouldn't be the end of the world. But you'll see that you're winning the ball back a lot higher up the pitch, and also that you're not going to be caught out as often as you genuinely think you are. So it's definitely worth giving it a go. It is a really effective way of playing. Offensive style is balanced. Same reason as the defensive style being balanced. You can pick and choose how you want to play. You'll see from the gameplay towards the end that we can, play tiki-taka possession, or we can play fast counter-attacking. It's up to us. We'll score plenty of goals either way. So yeah, I think the offensive style balance is certainly the most effective way to go, in my opinion. I pushed it up to 6. The reason it's up 6 and not 5 is because when we win the ball back, like I said, with being 5 at the back, it's a 5-2-1-2, so you've got your 3 centre-backs and also 2 centre-mids as well. So you're going to find that the middle of the pitch has got quite a few players in it. So when you're defending and you win the ball back, you want your full-backs or your wing-backs pushing as far wide as possible to give you plenty of options, so you're not kind of stuck in the middle where so many other players are, not just your players, but also your opponent's players too. The players in the box, I've put that up to 8. There's no CDM on this tactic, so it doesn't really matter about where the centre mids are. You'll see from the instructions anyway. And like I said, it's a really attacking formation, so yeah. And corners and free kicks just staying at 3. So there it is, 5-2-1-2. You'll see that because Son is at left back, or wing back, sorry, it's obviously, I'm not worried about having a defensive player there because he doesn't need to be defensive. I need him to be good going forward and pacey. That's literally it. So Son's more than capable of doing that job for me. The main thing that he'll do defensively, and Cancelo will do the same, is he'll probably be the first person I kind of take control of when my opponent's counter-attacking and just run him back slightly so that he's filling a gap more than anything. He doesn't really need to be the one making tackles because that's where your centre mids are going to come in. And I'm going to explain that more now in the tactics. But first, let's talk about the front 3. Now, the front 3 play a really important role, as you can imagine. We've got your left striker getting the box for cross. I leave the right striker on the default settings, and Shaqiri stay forward and getting the box for cross too. I realised I said getting the box for cross for Kane, I meant getting behind. But yeah, so what that's going to do is it's going to make Kane push one defender back, Messi's going to bring another one forward. There's a big gap in between them, and then Shaqiri, the cam's going to be the person to exploit that gap. And it works really well. It's really fun to play with and really fun to watch. And when it does come off, you feel like a tactical mastermind. It's really cool. So I think your cam is a really important position in this formation. I think pretty much everyone at this stage of FIFA's got someone who's pretty good in there. So yeah. Moving on to the centre mids, we're going to have one of them. It doesn't matter if it's the left or right one. I just have Jones doing it. Stay back while attacking, stay on the edge of the box for cross, and cover centre. These are more formalities. He doesn't really tend to stick to this all too much. If he needs to get forward, I'm more than happy for him getting forward. That's why players in the box, I've got that up to 8. So it's not the end of the world if you catch him, 10 yards further forward than where he should be. That's why you've got the wing backs. Well, I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, he's going to be the one who's going to be the one to soak up the pressure if he's there. If he's not, he's going to be the one supporting the attack. So like I said, it might be 5 at the back, but it's still a really attacking formation. Don't you worry about that. So yeah, and then the other centre mid, when I go across to him in a second now, he's get forward, get in the box across, and cover centre. Obviously, they're both on cover centre because we've got the wing backs. We don't need anyone, out wide tracking back. We want people in the middle stopping counter attacks. But he's also going to be the person who's going to be making late runs into the box, and hopefully getting on the end of some crosses or anyone getting down to the byline. Yeah, so that's going to be his role. Again, doesn't matter if it's the right one or the centre or the left one. It's literally who you think would be better in that role. I just feel like Acuna with the 5-star skills, I'd prefer him being the one going forward, and Curtis Jones being the one who sits back slightly. So yeah, that is the centre mids. That the front five there, they are the most important in the team, in my opinion. You can get away with kind of having not great players at the back, but the front five, they're the ones that are going to win you the game. So make sure that you've got someone decent up top, and that cam role, like I said, is really crucial as well. So then moving on to the fullbacks, the wing backs, it's just join the attack for them. I've not changed the run types because I don't need to. We haven't got any wingers. They're not going to get in the way of anyone. They can't overlap anyone because there's no one there to overlap. So it's just join the attack, and what they're going to do basically is they're just going to play like literal wingers when we have the ball. So it turns more into like a 3 and then 4-1-2 almost when you have the ball, and when you don't have the ball, obviously they're going to drop back. But yeah, you don't need defensively solid players. I know obviously I've got Cancelo, but he's pretty good going forward as well. I think he's got like 82 shooting or something, and obviously team of the season Son is more than capable of going forward as well. Yeah, so and I don't touch the centre backs or the goalkeeper. Never do, never have, never will. So yeah, that's the instructions and tactics, guys. I've got some gameplay now for us to get into. I'll see you then. So then guys, heading into the gameplay, first things first, I forgot to press record for the first game, so it's just the last goal unfortunately, you can't see the other two. The main thing to focus on with this, and we saw the other couple of games, is the match stats. Like you can see, it's just total domination from us on our part, and that's not just necessarily me, that has a lot to do with the tactic. I had a really good time playing this tactic. I'm going to carry on using it. I don't think I'm going to switch anything up for this weekend league. I'm going to keep going with it. My opponent does score this really good goal here. Fair play. The reason I've left it in is because I want you guys to see the kind of goals that your opponents are going to have to come up with to score. I know it's 2-1 here, but that's because he scored a penalty. That's just me being a sausage, so I didn't think to leave that in. But no, the kind of level that your opponents are going to have to come at, and kind of the skill they're going to have to produce, it's going to be pretty high. It's Division 1 rivals, so it's going to happen. You do expect that kind of thing from your opponents at this kind of level, and especially in this stage of FIFA as well. But again, you just saw from the match stats then, we're in total control of these games. Your opponent, yeah, might get lucky, score a goal or two or whatever, but we're going to be creating that many chances, and we're going to be that many players at the back that the quality of their chances is going to be so much less than the quality of our chances. Quickly though, I would recommend, if you are caught on the counter a little bit, I would say bring either a centre mid or a full back first before you switch to one of your centre backs, just purely because if you move a centre back out of position, you get caught a little bit, it can lead you in a bit of trouble. But that's just like anything, so just make sure you've got enough players in position before you start switching to your centre backs basically. But that's pretty standard for any kind of formation and tactic. The really great thing about this final game that's playing out here is that you can see just how attacking Son and Cancelo are. So anyone that's watched this and thought, oh my god, I don't really know if I want to do 5 at the back, I don't suit 5 at the back, you can just see that Son and Cancelo are so far forward at all times. They're involved in pretty much everything. They're not just sat back as far back as possible. They are involved. As you see there, Cancelo again involved in the attack. It is 3-1. I have not noticed that. That's because he scored from a corner with end of an era Ramos. So again, didn't think to leave that in. It's nothing to do with the tactic. That's just conceding a goal from a corner. But yeah, again, fullbacks involved, going forward, making them runs off the ball, and it's going to wrap it up nicely for a little 5-1 win. So yeah, that's going to be everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I wish you guys the best of luck if you guys choose to use this formation too. I'll catch you guys next time.